First, if we could go over your lineup, who was in goal tonight?
Elvis.
Okay. And
Elvis
Zach
is back.
Zach is back?
We're still figuring that out. I expect him to be in the lineup, but we still got to make sure he's good to go.
Can you say who would come out?
No, it depends. We'll see. Hard questions at first, eh?
Again, if Zach does come back, what was missing from the lineup with him out?
Well, a lot of things. First of all, his leadership, his ability to get the puck out. We use him also on the PK as well, power play. He's a big piece of our team. He logs minutes. His conditioning is really good, so he's part of what we're trying to build here, the pace and playing fast and having good special teams. So and also his presence too around the team. We have a young team, so when he's around, it makes a difference.
Talked to a couple of your defensemen, and they've used the phrase playing simpler in the defensive zone. Without repeating myself, is it as simple as that for you, or is that not the right phrase?
Yeah, it's not. It's fast. I think what they're saying, what we keep repeating, is simple is fast. When you have an option, just give it to them. Don't look for option B and C. That's when trouble comes. So that's probably what they're saying, because we keep repeating, we got to play fast and we got to play north. So that's probably what they're saying. So I would agree with that. Yep.
After we talked to you yesterday, Patrick came out and assessed his own game as pretty much awful. You know Patrick as well as anyone.
Yeah.
How do you help Patrick maybe feel better about his game and get better as well?
Okay, so Patrick, I disagree with him. And I haven't spoken to him this morning yet. That he's hard on himself, really hard, and that's why he's one of the best players in the league, because he's hard on himself. We look at the video and we look at every shift, every player, every minute, every second they play. We have a lot of coaches. We watch individually our players and stuff. He hasn't produced as much, and that part is true. But he's been creating. He's got chances. His routes in the defensive zone as a center, when he's a center, depending on who comes back first, because we're all interchangeable, it's pretty good. So his own evaluation is on the offense, I would say, which is not producing. I know the pressure he's on, like the Patrick Laine, Johnny Gaudreau, all offensive players in the league, they know they need to produce. So that part, I understand where he's coming from, but I don't agree with his game being awful, not 1 second, because he's doing a lot of good things. He's practicing hard. He's doing, and we see it in the game. He's evolving as a center every game, and so I'm going to have a conversation with Patrick. I know him very well, and I understand why he's saying that, because he wants to carry that team. But I disagree with his comments.
What concerns you most about the Flames tonight?
Well, it's a hard-working team. They're generating a lot of shots. I think they're fourth in the league as far as shooting the puck to the net. Their D are joining the rush, so our tracking will have to be good. The intensity will be there. We know it. They're really good on face-offs. And it's hard. When you don't win the face-off, you start with, you're chasing the game. So there's a few things, but mainly what we see so far, it's a hard-working team, and their D are really active, so we'll have to be aware of that.
Just going back to Patrick, obviously the center thing is relatively new, and we've asked you about it a lot of times, but some people might say, okay, he's struggling a little bit. Let's make it easier on him, put him back to wing where he's played more games. But is that not necessarily the solution there? Is do you still want to see him, and are you seeing things out of him that make you think, okay, let's keep going with this because he's growing in that spot?
Yeah, we're 3 games in, right? And we have Fantilli on that line right now. Is it going to stay like this? I'm not sure. We'll see. It's all based out of performance. But he's getting better and better in that position. We still work on the face-offs, but Fantilli took 6 face-offs the last game. Patrick took, I believe, 8 or 9. So it's pretty much similar. And we have Tex on that line that can take face-offs as well. But as far as Patrick, I mean, it's a craft to be a center. He's so talented. He's a big body that can protect the puck in the D zone and make the next play so we can break out. His routes are getting better and better without the puck. He's evolving. So we know it's going to take some time, but we can't give up. That's the one thing. To make it easy on him would be, okay, you go back on the wing, but are we helping the team? We have a vision here, and the vision is not after 3 games. It's after, half a season, a full year, and how we're going to be at that moment. So we become a real contender, building our guys up. It's going to be hard. The NHL is hard. It's going to humble you in no time. And if you don't keep pushing, then we're making a mistake, and we're not helping our team in the future. And Patrick is part of it. He's learning the craft of being a center. He's doing, let's put it this way, he's doing much better than I expected him to be so far. And so we'll see what next. But eventually, if it doesn't work and it doesn't fit this game or it doesn't help the team, yeah, he's going to go back to the wing, and then that's fine. He's going to be just a better player just because he had that time as a center.
Just ask about what have you seen from Johnny Joe in terms of leadership, this year, off the ice mostly?
He's been quite involved. Like Johnny is not a big talker. If you know him a little bit, he's not the guy that will be the most vocal, but he's part of our leadership group. The way he practices, if you were here the last few days in practices, he was a driver on the ice. I think Johnny, what he does well, he's got the spotlight on him all the time, right? And that's, to me, that's you have to manage that, and he does a real good job at it. But he brings his leadership on the ice. The way those practices this week were pretty intense, and he was a driver. He was pushing hard, and he was, he's leading by example right now, and that's what we expect from him.
Can I ask you apologies if it's been asked about Jake Beans and just what you've seen of a young player who's kind of had to part the injury?
Thank you for asking, because this guy's doing everything right now. He's in the gym before practices. He's in the gym after practices. He's coming back from, haven't played much last year, basically. And it feels like he didn't lose a step. Jake is doing a real good job, and we could argue he's been our best defenseman so far. I'm very, very impressed with him, all aspect of the game. And when I say that, it's just not the games, but the game within the game. Practices, gym, getting ready. This professionalism is off the chart, and we're lucky to have him right now.
Thank you.
All right.